Thank you for watching Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky High School Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from the Palace on the campus of Raceland High School. Welcome into the pregame show here on Kool TV. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here this evening as we get you set for Raceland and Ashland in this volleyball matchup here tonight. Ashland comes in with a perfect record thus far, 7-0. They picked up a big win over Boyd County on Tuesday night in straight sets. 25-22, 25-20, 25-14. And could it signal the changing of the guard? That is certainly a possibility in the 16th region. For Raceland, a win Tuesday night up in Lewis County in straight sets and pushing their record to 5-3. Again, Jason Clark, a return home as he spent several years here back in the mid and early 20-teens, leading Raceland to a couple of region championships. Katie Neltner, the former Boyd County coach who had directed her team to 2 region championships. They won the third after she departed last year midway through the season. She took over the helm at the beginning of this year and trying to get this team back to the region round as well. A good one lining up here tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll preview the matchup and get you ready for first serve. Ashland and Raceland after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back here at the Palace at the Joker Lawn Care broadcast booth. Visit them at their website, jokerlawncare.com. Proud supporter of high school athletics. Our newest sponsor, as they will be our broadcast booth sponsor for volleyball, soccer, and football. So happy to have Joker Lawn Care on board with us. And again, if you'd like to get on board with us here with sponsorship, you just go to our website, kool1057.com. There's a contact us icon that'll pop up right in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Send us a message. We'll get in contact with you, and we'd love to have you join our coverage of high school athletics. Let's take a look at the visitors on the scoreboard. The Ashland Volley Cats, head coach Jason Clark, he brings his team in at a perfect 7-0. This will be the second time these two teams have met this season. Raceland made the trip up to Anderson Gymnasium to open up the Volley Cats season on August 22nd. 25-21, 25-22 in sets 1 and 2 going to Ashland, and then they cruised in set 3, 25-12. They've defeated Shelby Valley, Paintsville, Pikeville, Rose Hill. Russell is the only other team other than Shelbyville that has won a set against Ashland, and then a straight set win over Boyd County on Tuesday night to move the Volley Cats to a perfect 7-0. Leading the way for the Volley Cats, Olivia Wiley and Mina Pittman, 66 and 60 kills respectfully. The offense is driven through Grace Clark, the senior. She does a little bit of everything. She can also attack at the net. She's got 23 kills on the season. She's also the best server on this team with 16 of the 51 aces. And look at the Raceland Rams. Took a couple of games to get Katie Neltner's group settled in, but once they got settled in, things took off. They fell to Russell 3-1 here in the home opener, winning set 1 and then falling in the next 3 sets to Russell. Then they fell to Ashland 2 days later. They go to the All-A. They knock off Fairview, Menifee County, and West Carter to win the 16th Region All-A. Made it 4 consecutive with a straight set win over East Carter here on the 27th. Went back to Boyd County for Katie's reunion from her old team. On the 29th, they fell in straight sets in that, 25-17, 25-14, 25-23. And then up in Vanceburg on Tuesday night, they evened things up in their 63rd district record with a straight set win over Lewis County. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll preview our teams, get our breakdowns, and ready for first serve as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Back here at the Palace, the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. Let's take a look at our team matchups. Again, Ashland 7 games in, Raceland with 8. Ashland leads the kill category, 229 to 216. 7 more on the blocks for the Volley Cats. Raceland 407 to 370 on the digs. Raceland serves it very well, especially when things get rolling with Wellman and Cody Haddix. 64 aces for the Rams. Haddix leads the way with 15. Allison Rigsby with 12. Grace Clark with 16 aces for the Volley Cats. Now let's look at a player to watch for here tonight. Head-to-head, Grace Clark, Cody Haddix. The 2 setters for these 2 teams. Again, everything offensively goes through these 2. Raceland this year going with a 6-2, though. Bentley Rogers, the former Volley Cat, is also one of those players that will work in the setting position on that 6-2. But it goes through Grace Clark and Cody Haddix when things happen for the way these 2 teams want to play. Raceland will be on the left side of your screen. They'll wear the orange and black tonight. Ashland on the right side in the maroon. So we'll see how things settle up on this one. Our crew this evening, my camera operators, Felicia Collier, and one of my students here at Raceland Worthington's media program of Charlie Morrison, joining us for her first time with us on the crew. First time with us here on Kool TV. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell, and each time we put out new material, you will get an alert on your mobile device. So teams meet center of the court for a pregame handshake, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll here for volleyball action between Raceland and Ashland. Again, check out our broadcast schedules at our website, koolhits1057.com. That's Kool with a K. Go straight there. You can see all of our upcoming schedules we've got. Also, on the football side of things, we've got the football weekly banter that we post every Thursday at 10 a.m. You can hit the email selection there when you go into it. Sign it up. We'll send it directly to your email box every Saturday or every Thursday morning. And then starting this week, we just posted the statewide high school football polls, in which that drops in every Thursday as well. We'll put those in at 8 o'clock on Thursday mornings at all 6 classifications through the Courier-Journal. I'm one of the voters in that. There's 16 of us that vote across the state and tally the polls for all 6 classifications. So you're looking for the football rankings, that's where you find those, right there on our website. Well, I want to wear the libero jersey for Raceland as the Rams will serve. Cody Haddix will start things off. In the libero jersey for Ashland is Elise Markham. So the senior Cody Haddix, she'll start things off here in set 1. Off we go. Good service, back row. Here's Clark with a bump near side. Free ball by the Volley Cats. Wellman on the back row. Here's Wellman. She'll take it up to Rigsby. Rigsby fires it through and puts it home for the point. And let's start things off with the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. So 1-0 Raceland. Good start for the Ramblers. Good service. Haddix sends this one back all the way across on the receive from the back row. They'll go back to Rigsby. Rigsby through the block and puts it home for the point. Got that one off Grace Clark up close. 2-0 Rams. Haddix, one of 2 seniors on this year's team. The other's Savannah Zewald. And down the line on the near side as Wiley fires it in for the point. And side out Ashland for their first point of the ball game. 2-1, they trail it. So Grace Clark will go to the service line and start things off for Ashland's first service here, trailing 2-1 in the opening set. Deep service, back row Mackey. Here's Haddix with a bump up front. Rogers tips it across. Clark with a set. Back to Wiley on the attack, and that's blocked. Rigsby at the net says, I don't think so. 3-1, Rams lead it. Big thanks to Grayson Sporting Goods for providing all of our instant replays through all 3 of our sports this fall. Now Brenna Wellman, floating service to the far side. Clark goes on 2 and puts it home. That's one of the dangers of her, is that she knows when to pick it and go, and when she does, a lot of times it goes home for a point. So Wiley for the service. Near side Rigsby goes cross court. Back up front on a free ball, lifted across by Sadie Chaffins. Here's Rogers. Bradshaw with a push down the line. That's out of bounds, and we're even at 3. Haddix comes near side to Rigsby on a touch. Clark back to the far side, and a nice little finesse on the far side by Sydney Mertz as she picks up the point, and Ashland has the lead. 4-3. Volley Cats in front by 1. Some of the things in this game is you learn it's not about how hard you swing it. It's about placing the ball. You can score so many times. Here's Chaffins, and she sends that one deep. So the attack error on her gives Raceland the point. They side out, and we're even at 4. Rigsby with a good serve. Ashland is not going to get it across. Rams back in front by 1. High energy here in set number 1 in this one. Here's Clark. Near side Pittman. Chaffins with a big swing through the tape. And they'll say it was out of bounds, so the point to the Rams. And it's 6-4. Clark asking for whether there was a touch. They're saying no, so it clipped off the tape and then across the far sideline right in front of the Rams bench. Rigsby with a floating service this time. Left-handed swing, back row Wellman. Rogers over on 2. Clark back up front, she'll touch it across. Haddix lifts it in the air, Rigsby on a free ball. Here's Clark. Near side Pittman with a big swing and a point. Wellman with a diving attempt to get there, but could not make it. So back to the service line is Greer Lehman. 6-5, Volley Cats down by 1. Mackey punches it across. Here's Clark up front. Pittman on another big swing off the tape. There's Wellman on the back row. Haddix shoved to the back row. Ashland with a touch over by Pittman. Rogers up front now. Here's Mackey with a big swing and a point, and Peyton Mackey with authority drives it home to the back corner. So now Bentley Rogers. 7-5. Raceland in front by 2. A touch across and a nice placement there by Mertz. And she puts it home for the point. 7-6, Ashland down by 1. That lefty touch there on that far side has been perfectly placed each and every time. And now we get a timeout by Raceland. So back and forth we've gone here in set number 1. A good look there inside the huddle with the Volley Cats, and I had Jason Clark talking with his crew. I believe it was actually Jason that called the timeout. They signaled Raceland at first, but when they held the numbers up, they showed 1 and 0. So looking at the upcoming schedule for Raceland, a big game next Tuesday down in Greenup County with undefeated Musketeers. Then they've got Thursday at Fairview. The following Tuesday, the 17th at Russell. They're back home on the 19th against Rose Hill. And then after going to West Carter, 4 of their last 5 games here in the friendly confines of the Palace. 7-6, Ashland down by 1 as we go back underway. Here's Rogers up front. Mackey with a big swing and a point. She's really been getting comfortable in that center position there. And down the pipe she goes with a big swing. And she picks up another kill. 8-6 Rams. And Annie Bradshaw back to the service line. Rigsby and Mackey both with a pair of kills in this one. Wiley and Mertz have 2 kills for Ashland. Floating service by Bradshaw, tipped across. Rogers That's Hicks. She played big at Lewis County on Tuesday night. Rigsby in the back row. Rogers up front on a touch. Clark down the pipe on a big swing and down for the point. And no, they'll say it was out. They'll say the official called that. There is no way that you could say that ball was in. It was not even close. It was Gabby Carley on the swing. So 9-6 Rams lead it. Carley on a free ball. Here's Rogers. Mackey down the pipe, and she's into the net. First error on the Rams. 9-7 now. Good service. Rams scrambling. They're not going to get it across. So a great service back by Pittman. And the Volley Cats have pushed it back to 1. Here's Haddix up front. And she's blocked at the net by Carley. And we're even at 9. Hicks with a big swing. That one's to the rafters. Clark with a touch. Haddix a push deep. Near side Wiley on a touch. Right there's Rogers. Mackey through the block. And then Clark pushes it across, and Ashland's back in front by 1. Clark gets locked in on that ninja kill. She is deadly, and she just knows to find that circle of where the defense is lacking. And almost like she has eyes in the back of her head, she drops it in with perfection. Deep ball, that one was out. Ashland plays it forward. Wiley comes near side and puts it home for the point. Carley off the tape for the point. And Ashland's rolling now. They lead at 12-9, largest lead in the match. Here's Haddix on a touch and a beautiful point down for Cody. Side out Raceland, leads down to 2 for Ashland. And now Peyton Mackey. Deep service, and that was an ace. Ashland was caught in between making the decision, and they picked wrong. And we pick up our first ace of the match as Peyton puts it down, and it's down to 1. Deep service, Pittman. Wiley on a free ball. Rogers up front, here's Rigsby. And through the block attempt of Carley for the point, and we're even at 12. Back and forth we go here in set 1. Deep service. Wiley from the attack line. Here's Hicks. Wiley down the pipe. Diving save by Rogers. Hicks touches it across, but it's out of bounds. Serve side out, Ashland, and they lead at 13-12. And now the libero, Elise Markham at the service line. Here's Rigsby on a soft touch. Markham comes forward. And then a big swing right down the pipe there by Sadie Chaffins. (14-12). So the Rams gone through one rotation now. Back to Cody Haddix. Rigsby, just a little touch at the net, and we're even at 14. A floating ball that just comes right back to her. She just puts it up there with that big 6-foot frame and right down on the near sideline. Pittman goes off. Coming on is a player I do not have on their roster for Ashland. And that's a deep service by Haddix. So side out for Ashland, and we are even at 14. Wellman on a free ball, just across the tape. Good scramble on both sides. Mertz through the tape and rolls it across for the point. (15-14) Ashland back in front by 1. Excuse me, now they've got the correct point. It's 16-14, I believe. There's Wiley with a big swing. Diving save back row by Wellman. Chafin's blocked at the net. Rigsby huge at the net as the lead is down to 1. Now the officials are going to come together. Very long meeting here at the officials. And now they'll overturn it. And they'll give the point to Ashland. So make it 17-14 now. Wiley with an attack error there. So the only thing that they could have changed it to would have been the fact that they were saying that Raceland had gotten into the net. So now Wellman, 17-15. I think we got everything squared away, and Wellman puts home an ace. Back down to 1. First 2 sets when these two teams hooked up on the season opener for the Volley Cats were a tight one. And that's another ace by Wellman on the near sideline, and we're even at 17. Back-to-back service aces for her. A big smile on Wellman's face from that back row. Deep service, back row. Markham up to Clark. Wiley on a touch. Diving save by Rogers up front. Free ball over by Mackey. Here's Clark. Up to Wiley with a dart. And puts it home for the point. Excuse me, that was Sadie Chafin's. My mistake on that one. As we take a look at it here on your Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. And now Olivia Wiley. 18-17, Ashland by 1. Great first set here. Here's Rigsby, cross court. Dug out on the back row by Clark. Free ball over by Ashland. Wellman from the back row just punches it across. Here's Clark on a soft touch. Rigsby down the pipe, blocked at the net, touches it back across. Rogers digs it out. Back to Bradshaw. Back row too stiff. Ashland leads it by 2, 19-17. Rigsby on a push to the back row. Markham. Clark near side. Here's Pittman. Tipped at the top of the net, and he goes home for a point. And the lead is 3. Bradshaw off. Cammie Gillum coming on. She did not get action. She was not available for play sick on Tuesday night up in Vanceburg. Rogers on a touch on 2. Mertz. Pittman. Haddix is right there. Here's Rigsby. Didn't get a lot on that one. Ashland's easily dug. And then a nice little touch there by Rigsby. And she finds everybody pulled to the near sideline and just touches it off to the far side. And she'll get the service. Down by 2 are the Rams, 20-18. Here's Clark up front. Pittman with a big swing and a dart down the near side. Here's Gillum into the net. So 22-18, Ashland's open up a 4-point lead. Mackey, a big swing and blocked out of bounds, and she'll pick up the point. Now Bentley Rogers. Here's Clark. Mertz from that far pin. And Ashland puts it home for a point. Wellman could not get it played forward. And Ashland 2 points away from closing out set 1. They lead at 23-19. Now Mertz from that service line. Raceland scrambling. Haddix. Here's Carly. Finds an open hole in the back corner and puts it home for the point, and it's set point for Ashland. Nice ball there by Gabby. Just in that back corner. Good job by Mackey to keep that one alive. That one was going down. Here's Pittman. Rogers digs it out. Haddix takes it to the far side. It's out of bounds. And Ashland takes set 1, 25-19. Set 2 when we return after this on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Hand stretch, mouth watering, get that ooey gooey cheese. 8 extra large slices, hold it and fold it. It's an extra large, bigger is better, more for your money New York style pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some cheesy, saucy, tossy Papa John's. Get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Papa John's.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Back here at the Palace, the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. For all your lawn care needs, give Joker Lawn Care a call or visit them on their website at jokerlawncare.com. 25-19, Ashland wins set one. Olivia Wiley leading the way with, Sydney Mertz has the lead with 4 kills. Wiley and Pittman each with 3. For Raceland, Rigsby with 5 kills. Mackey has 3. 3 service aces for the Rams, none for the Volley Cats. But either way, they were able to weather the storm and pick up a set 1 win, 25-19, in a very good contest to open up this matchup. Much like what the first matchup that happened back on the 22nd of August, 25-21, 25-22 in sets 1 and 2. And then Ashland pulled away 25-12 in set number 3. Ashland's next matchup, they'll go to they bring Cabell Midland in on Saturday, as well as Pikeville in a 3-team little tourney there. They go to East Carter on Monday, Fairview on Tuesday, and then a matchup with Greenup County on Monday the 16th. That one should be a dandy there. Musketeers have come out of the gates firing this year. So Ashland will start things with the service. Grace Clark will get things rolling. And a good start with an ace. First ace of the match. And Ashland leads at 1-0. Here's Hicks. And a beautiful ball that just comes cross court. Saw the opening there and nobody's home and just pushes it across. So we're even at 1. Rams with a free ball. And that one's out of bounds on the near side. Right in front of the libero of Carly Sperry. And my apologies on that earlier. I misidentified her. I looked at my sheet wrong and said it was Elise Markham. That was my mistake. 2-1 Ashland leads it. Rigsby with a big swing. Here's Clark up front. Pittman. And drives it home for the point. Great ball there that was set by Clark, and she sent it all the way back to the girls' locker room. 3-1 Ashland in front here in set 2. Rogers back row, Haddix. Rigsby through the block attempt of Chaffins up front for the point. And now Brenna Wellman. Good service, far side. Clark floats it across on 2. Here's Haddix. Back down the pipe is Rigsby. Chaffins on the back row. Mertz. Mackey will punch it across. Clark on 2. Diving save. Mackey lifts it up. Rogers will send it across. Here's Pittman on a dart. Take a look at this one on your Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Perfect set, and you could see that one coming from a mile away. Found that near side and just off the arms of Wellman out of bounds. 4-2 Ashland doubling up the Rams. Again, my apologies. I do not have a number 9 on Ashland's roster, so I cannot tell you who number 9 is that is currently serving. There's Rigsby. Cross court with the attack and the kill. Rigsby fires home her 7th of the night. And the lead is down to 1, and she'll go to the service line. Mertz on a touch. Bradshaw tries to dig it out and can't play it forward. So the point goes to Ashland. They lead it by 2. So Anderson Mertz will come on. Rogers up front. Here's Bradshaw down the pipe and puts it home for the point. Annie Bradshaw with the kill. So side out Raceland, and they trail it by 1. That's like what we had in set 1. Back and forth we go. Now Bentley Rogers, and she sails that one deep out of bounds. Service error. And it goes back to Ashland. And now Pittman. Here's Rogers. Mackey down the pipe. Deflected, diving back row save by Pittman. And a touch across by Wiley. Free ball over by Rigsby. Here's Clark. Goes back to Carley. Bradshaw with a cross-court attack and the point. And it's down to 1. Bradshaw will go to the service line. Carley off. Now Cody Haddix is going to go over and have a quick word with her head coach of Katie Neltner. Wiley with a big swing up front. Here's Mackey with a dart, but sends it out of bounds. That's something that she has had good swings with this season and some that she has struggled with at times of trying to get that big swing down the pipe. When she's gotten locked in, it's been really, really good. Sometimes she just gets a little too much of it and can't keep it on that back line. She'll pop this one across. Ashland scrambling. Wiley will touch it across. Here's Haddix up front. Off to Hicks. Cross court. Back row Sperry. And then a Wiley point goes home. And Ashland adds to the lead. It's 8-5. Here's Hicks on a touch, and she's into the net. She tried to hold up and couldn't do so. 9-5 timeout Raceland. So Ashland opening up its largest lead here in the set, as you see Katie Neltner there inside the huddle. Trying to get her team to lock in. Much like what it was in set number 1 when it went back and forth. Ashland pushed it away 25-19 there to take set number 1. But Ashland has gotten on a run here, and they lead at 9-5 in set 2. Pittman with 5 kills. Ashland as a team has 19. Wiley and Mertz each with 4. Raceland with 14 kills, 7 of those from Rigsby. 3 aces, but 2 service errors. That's one of the things Katie Neltner goes bananas over his service errors. She said it's a 30-by-30 box. Just put it inside of it. That was one of her big kind of pet peeves when she was at Boyd, and I've covered her team from the time when they started their surge forward till the time when they were 16th region supremacy. And it's never been any different. It's the expectations from the service line is put it inside the box. So out of the timeout, Sperry with the service. And that one home for an ace. And she got that one right on top of Bentley Rogers, and she couldn't play it up. So now the Volley Cats doubling up the Rams. Here's Hicks off the back row. Rogers. Haddix up front. off the tipped ball. Clark on a touch across by Wiley. Now Mackey blocked at the net. And 11-5 is our score. Hicks blocked at the net. Rigsby digs it out. Mackey on a free ball. Nice job there by Rigsby to keep it alive. Wellman touches it up, and then Haddix across. And they'll get Wiley into the net. So a much-needed point there for the Rams as it cuts it back to 5, 11-6. And now Peyton Mackey to the service line. Clark brings it back in the middle. Wiley on a push. Hicks, nice little finger touch across. Here's Chaffins, blocked at the net. And the Rams will get the point. Leads down to 4 for the Volley Cats. Deep service there, put it home for the ace. Jason Clark showing his displeasurement of the call, thinking that it was deep. Now our chair referee having a conversation, and they have reversed the call. So 12-7. And the Rams pick up the point on the other side. Down by 4. I'd like to get it within 2 before you get it to 15. Stay within striking distance. Nice dig out by Hicks at the net. And then she'll go back in for the point. And that gets Katie Nelton. They're fired up. Take a look at here on your Region Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Dug it out of the net. Mackey goes right back to her, and she finishes. Good service right across the tape for Haddix. Here's Rigsby with a laser beam. Sperry touches it across. That one's out of bounds. And the Rams have closed within 2. Timeout Ashland. Very animated Jason Clark there in the huddle. So Ashland had it out to 5. Raceland has cut it to 2. And this very youthful team pushing what is considered the perennial region favorite here tonight on their home floor. I think it's no secret. Everybody kind of looks at Ashland as they're the team to beat this year. And they made that statement by taking down Boyd County on Tuesday night, the 3-time defending region champs. Now Raceland pushing them again here after giving them a really good first 2 sets in the season opener over at Anderson Gymnasium. How big would it be if they could even things up here and then make it the best of 3 down the stretch? This is the lady you want on the service line to try to make a comeback. Back underway we go. Clark on a free ball. Up to Haddix. Here's Rigsby with a big swing and the point, and it's down to 1. Rigsby with her 8th kill of the night. And the Rams down by 5, have it to 1 here, trailing at 12-11 in set number 2. Clark goes off to the far side. Diving save by Wellman on the back row. Here's Mertz. And she puts that one home for the point as she gets it in big time off the diving save by Wellman that couldn't play it up. So side out Ashland. They lead it now 13-11. Floating service, back row. Here's Rigsby through the block attempt of Wiley up front. Or excuse me, that was Chaffins. Wellman in the back corner. Rams scrambling and they're out of system and could not get it across. So quick 2 points for Ashland and they're back to a 3-point lead. Here's Haddix. Rigsby on a soft touch with finesse. And it doesn't have to drive a hole through the floor. It just has to find the floor before someone else touches it. And that is something she has been very good at this season. And now Brenna Wellman, another great server on this Rams team. Rogers digs it out on the near side. And then a dart near side by Rigsby, and it's down to 1 again. Back-to-back points for Allison. So a chance to even things here in set number 2. Floating service by Wellman. Sperry back row to Clark. Near side Pittman, and she drives it home for the point. Side out Ashland, they lead it by 2. As Mina Pittman picks up her 6th kill of the night, and that leads Ashland. Wiley will step off. Returning is Greer Lehman. 2-point lead for Ashland. Here's Rigsby on the near side pin. That one's going across the bench. So side out Raceland, Rigsby to the back row now and to the service line. A chance to even things at 15 here in set 2. And that's an ace. And we're even at 15. Good service near side. Ashland scrambling, can't play it across, and the Rams have the lead. 16-15 after trailing by 5 in this set. Trying to even things up at 1 set apiece. Good service, Rigsby. Sperry back row. Up to Clark, near side Pittman. On a touch down the line. Diving save by Wellman. Wellman on a free ball. Here's Clark. Mertz with a big swing. Wellman on the back row again. Here's Mackey through the block attempt of Carly. Carly keeps it alive. They'll go back to Bradshaw on the far side pin. Near side Pittman. Floats it across. There's Haddix. Back to Bradshaw. Diving save on the back row. Ball left at the net. Raceland touches it across. Mertz with a big left-handed swing off the block attempt and puts it home for the point. What a great rally there. As Ashland sides out and regains the lead. Raceland had the double block coming of Mackey and Bradshaw, but was a little bit late getting there, and that allowed Sydney Mertz to put it home for the point. All even at 16 now. Here's Carly with a big push to the back corner. Here's Mackey. Pittman. Neither team able to get anything setting up. Bradshaw was off balance there, just had to push it across. Pittman with a big swing through the double block attempt. Here's Mackey, too deep. Did they get a touch? They did. And Raceland regains the lead. (17-16). Rams in front by 1 off the tipped ball. Now Bentley Rogers will go to the service line for the Raceland Rams. This is fun volleyball right here, folks. It's two good teams going at each other. Blocked at the net. Clark plays it across. Nice job by her. Mackey will touch it across. Clark up front. Near side Pittman with a big swing, and she finds a lane right down Broadway and evens things at 17. Seventh kill in the match for Mina Pittman. And she'll go to the service line now. And she'll pick up a point as Haddix could not play it across. And Ashland regains the lead 18-17. And Haddix with a kill and a point. You don't see that often, but she's had to kind of make some adjustments to her game. And one of those have been taking some big swings at the net, and she goes right through the block attempt up front. So we're even now at 18. There's Wiley, and she shoves that one in the back corner. Great court vision there by Olivia Wiley to find that open hole in that back corner down the near sideline. So now the libero of Carly Sperry. Floating service, back row Rigsby. Mackey will just punch it across. Chafin's on a touch. There's Haddix. Back off to Jalen Hicks. Clark back up front. Wiley with a big swing. There's Wellman to the rafters. Back to Mackey. Another good volley going here. And a big swing saved on the far side. Raceland keeps it alive. Wiley near side, and that one's deep. And we're even at 19. Great volley right there. Wellman was in position and read it perfectly to not go for it and let it go out of bounds. Here's Clark. Comes near side to Wiley. Touched at the net. Rogers with the set. You got Rigsby back up front now. Chafin's with a big swing. Mackey digs it. Rogers fires it across. Here's Wiley. Wellman on the back row. Rogers. Free ball by the Rams. And Clark across on 2. It had been a while since she did it, but she picked the right time yet again and drops it in for the point, and Ashland leads it by 1, 20-19 here in a back and forth effort in the second frame. She'll go to the service line with a dart to the back row. Here's Rigsby. Near side Wiley, and that one's blocked at the net as Rigsby says, I don't think so. A little Dikembe Mutombo, if you will. No, 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 she says. All even at 20 here in set number 2. And now Cody Haddix. How big would it be for her to serve things out and the Rams even things up at 1 apiece? And that's going home as an ace, and the Rams are back in front by 1. 5th ace of the match. Haddix's first. And Raceland 4 points away from closing out set number 2 and forcing this into a best of 3. Good service again. Clark up front. Mertz blocked at the net again as Rigsby sends it away. Two-point lead for the Rams. Ball left up front. Joust at the net. Rams keep it alive, and Rigsby puts it home again. Timeout, Ashland. Rams 2 points away from closing out set number 2, and the Palace is jumping tonight. Rigsby with 12 kills through the first almost 2 sets. She has 12 of the 22 for the Rams. Mertz with 6. Pittman leads the way with 7 for Ashland. And again, Raceland in position with its best server on the service line, trying to close things out here in set 2 and make things a little interesting here tonight at the Palace. Big thanks to our corporate sponsors, our title sponsors, I should say, Clark's Pump and Shops, A&A Porta Potties, and River Cities Builders. Been with us from the inception of Kool TV as we start season number 3. And all of our great sponsors rotating across the bottom of your screen there that have jumped on with us this season as they are proud supporters of high school athletics. Of course, our newest sponsor, Joker Lawn Care, will be our title sponsor for the broadcast table and broadcast booth throughout football, soccer, and volleyball. All right, back underway we go. Haddix with a good service. Ashland scrambling, it's a free ball. Wiley lifts it across. Haddix off to Hicks on the far side. Big swing, too stiff. So the attack error cuts the lead down to 2. And Wiley goes to the service line for Ashland. Good service there. Here's Rigsby. Another dart as she puts it home, and it's set point. Her 13th kill of the match. As Chafin's tried to get the block, and now Brenna Wellman to try to close things out here in set number 2. Floating service to the back row, Sperry. Clark near side to Pittman. Pittman on a tip, blocked at the net. She'll loft it across, there's Wellman. Haddix with the set. Here comes Rigsby. Fires it home and puts it home for the point. And Raceland takes set number 2, 25-21. Here's a look at it on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. We've got ourselves a ball game here tonight, folks. All even at 1. It's a best of 3 the rest of the way. We'll go set 3 when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Mullen Boulevard in Grayson. Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beauty Rest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Back here at the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table for all your lawn care needs, check out Joker Lawn Care. Give them a call or check out their website, jokerlawncare.com. One set each. Only the third set that Ashland has lost this season. They fell in one set to Shelby Valley in their second game of the season. They came back to win set 2 and 3, and they lost one set to Russell, losing the opening set in that one, then stormed back to win the next 3. So if this is their 8th match of the year, they have lost only 3 sets. And now Raceland trying to get the most this is the most deciding set of this match right here, is set number 3. When you get that 2 games to 1 lead or 2 games to none lead, if you do it in the first 2 sets, then that forces everything into your opponent. And of course, if we would get to set 5, you only played a 15. So things are very much animated on any mistakes that you have. You don't get a lot of opportunities to kind of overcome those mistakes, and it's certainly interesting to see how things play out. So 25-19 Ashland in set 1. Raceland was down by 5 in set number 2, 10-5, and they come from behind and win set 2, 25-21. So off to set 3 we go. Raceland will have the service, and they'll start with Cody Haddix, who pushed it all the way out to a 2-point from a set win, and Brenna Wellman finished things off. So the senior takes us off for set number 3 and sends that one deep. And now Grace Clark. Rigsby with a big swing. Clark digs it out. Near side, Wiley. Here's Haddix. Goes off to Hicks on the far side, and they'll get a double touch on her. So the error gives Ashland the point. They lead it 2-0. Good service by Clark. Rigsby up front. Back row Sperry. There's Mertz. That big swing. Wellman on the back row. Back to Hicks. Cross court attack. Sperry on the back row again. Coming to Wiley. Rogers tried to tip it up, and she can't get it across. Haddix was coming, but Rogers didn't see her there, and it's 3-0 Ashland. There's Rigsby, and she's blocked at the net. And Ashland out 4-0, and timeout Raceland. As you get a big block there by Sadie Chaffins on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. This is a smart timeout by Katie, as just trying to settle things down, stop the run, don't allow Ashland to push this thing out of reach. That's the last thing that you want to have happen, is have your opponent, after you get things rolling, and then let your opponent come right back on top of you. And that's exactly what Ashland has done here. Now can Raceland find an answer out of the timeout? And it's going to have to do it with Ashland's best server on the line, of Grace Clark. Clark with 16 of the 51 aces for this Ashland team coming into the match. Rigsby comes back. Big dig there by Sperry that goes all the way back across. Hicks floats it across. Chaffins blocked at the net, but it goes through the block attempt and down for the point. It's 5-0. Hit it into the block of Rigsby, but Rigsby couldn't get it across. Here's Wiley on a touch. Hicks steps 2. They'll go back to her on the far side pin, and she goes through the block attempt and puts home the point. So the Rams side out, and they're on the board. It's 5-1, and Brenna Wellman. Clark with a deep push. Wellman backpedaling. Haddix bumps it across. Pittman high into the air. Here's Mertz. And a big swing there by Mertz as that one goes over top of the Rams bench for the point. So Sydney Mertz with the kill. And Wiley for the service work. Rigsby cross court as that one goes to Jason Clark on the far sideline. Had Chaffins and Pittman both coming on the block but could not get there in time. Mertz from the far side pin. Rams lifted it forward. Near side to Pittman. And into the net. Floating service, back row Sperry. Back to Mertz on the far side pin. Raceland diving to keep it alive. Mackey will touch it over. Chaffins with a big swing, and that's home for a point. Right down the pipe it goes for Sadie Chaffins. Haddix with a diving save attempt, but could not keep it alive. Chaffins with her 4th kill of the match. 7-3, Ashland leads it here in set 3. Match all tied up at 1. Here's Bradshaw down the pipe, dug out by Wiley on the back row. And they'll get a double hit there on Pittman on the near side. And now the former Ashland Volley Cat, Bentley Rogers, lines things up. Deep service, that one's out of bounds. Our last pair of services have done just that. Fifth service error for the Rams tonight. And they trail it by 4 here in set 3. Here's Mackey with a big swing. Wiley back row, back to Clark. Gabby Carley up front now. Bradshaw through the block attempt for the point. And she'll go to the service line. Floating service from Bradshaw. Clark comes near side to Pittman with a booming swing, but it's too deep. And it's out of bounds. So Rams cut it to 2 after trailing by 5 here in the opening points of this set. Great job there by Rigsby just to keep that one alive. Here's Carley into the net. And the lead is 1. Clark was trying to set her up on that kind of hook attack, if you will. She starts in front of Clark and then runs behind her and couldn't get enough angle on it to get it across the net. And that one goes home for the point. Another player that is not on the roster for Ashland. My apologies, but 9 and 10 were not on the roster when I printed it off today, so I cannot give you names. Here's Clark. Wellman on the back row. Haddix puts it across. Back to Wiley with a big swing for the point. And the lead's back to 3. Back to live action we go. Here's Haddix up front. Sperry steps 2 high, ball near side Wiley. Rogers with a set. Back to Hicks. She'll bump it across. Wellman plays it up front. Mackey on a free ball. Neither team been able to get anything to set up for an attack. Another push by Mackey. Clark comes back near side, down the pipe. Rogers is right there. Here's Hicks. Got that one too stiff, and it's out of bounds, and it's in a 4-point lead now for Ashland. You could see when she got on that ball, she got under it and lifted it high. So Mina Pittman for the service now for Ashland. And Mackey with an unforced error there just sends that one into the net. And Ashland's lead is out to 5. The largest it was when it was 5-0. Clark with a big swing up front. Back row, Rogers digs it out, then Wellman. Big block by Mackey up front. Back to Wiley on a touch. And they'll get Raceland into the net. And timeout Raceland. 13-7, they trail it as Ashland has opened up its largest lead here in the set of now 6. So 25-19 set 1 winners were Ashland. Raceland erased a 5-point lead in set 2. Came from behind and won at 25-21. Ashland opened up a 5-0 lead in this frame. Raceland cut it to 1. Ashland has now pushed it back to 6 and has their largest lead here in set number 3. As Raceland has burned its second time out here in the set. Raceland will head down to Greenup on Tuesday. Its next 3 games on the road, Greenup, Fairview, and Russell. Not back home until the 19th with Rose Hill. They go to West Carter on the 24th, and then the month of October, only 1 game away from here, and that's in Grayson on October the 10th against East Carter. They've got Boyd County on the 1st, Greenup on the 3rd, Lewis on the 8th, and then West Carter on the 15th. All those games can be seen right here on Kool TV. 13-7, Ashland leads it. Mina Pittman from the service line trying to extend this lead. Good service as she just floats that one right over top of the tape. Rams with a free ball. So side out Raceland on the attack error up front. And now Peyton Mackey. That one's way deep. Sixth service error of the night for the Rams. And it's 14-8. And now Sperry. The Rams can't play that one forward. And Ashland with its largest lead now in the set, 15-8. Rams will sub in Aubrielle Large for Mackey. Wellman bumps it all the way across. Clark near side to Wiley. And Savannah Zewald, who has been absent, returns to action for the first time since early in the season, but her first attack won't go home. And now it's 16-8. Chafin's blocked at the net, digs it out. Back to Wiley. And puts it home for the point. Here's Rigsby up front. Big swing. All the way back up at the net. And Clark taps it down for the point. And the lead is 10. Rigsby through the block attempt, and the point goes down. She's been quiet in this set after racking up 14, I believe it was 14 kills at the end of set 2. And she was a one-woman army up front there to close out the second frame. And Wiley down the near side for the point. Big swing there by her. She's worked this near sideline very effectively this evening. 10-point lead for the Volley Cats. Haddix digs it out of the net. Mackey back in. Here's Chaffins. Rigsby bumps it across. Clark near side to Wiley. That's blocked at the net as Rigsby sends it away. And now Brenna Wellman. Chaffins. Wellman back row. Off to Bradshaw in the false side pin. And that one goes home for a point. So Annie Bradshaw didn't get a lot on it, but got enough in it to get it down. 19-11. Clark will lift it across on 2. Here's Rigsby. Blocked at the net as Chaffin sends that one back. Sadie Chaffins with a big block there, and now Ashland 5 points away from taking a commanding 2-1 lead here in the match. Clark near side to Pittman. Wellman on the back row. Haddix. Rams get it across on a free ball. Near side to Pittman again, and Pittman knocks Wellman off of her feet with a swing. So a 10-point lead for Ashland as Wellman will clean off some perspiration from the floor. Here's Rigsby. Lofts it across. Chaffins. Diving save by Haddix. Bradshaw dug out on the back row. That was by Wiley. Now Pittman. Haddix with a big save. A joust to the net, and Rigsby wins it. Take a look at this. Just got her arm up there just enough to pop that one back across. She'll float it near side. Pittman on a diving save. Bradshaw. Mertz near side. Here's Pittman going up high. Rams dig it out, scrambling to get it across. Bradshaw reverse. Chaffin's cross court. There's Haddix. Mackey into the net. Chaffin's with a big swing. Haddix is there. And the Rams can't play it across. Had 2 players in the vicinity, and neither would make the hit forward. So it's a 10-point lead for Ashland as they're 3 points away from taking a commanding 2-1 lead here in the match. Here's Bradshaw. And just Clark with a tip at the net. And that's kind of how things have gone here for Ashland in this set. Largest lead of the match of 11. Here's Pittman with a left-handed touch. Mackey over the tape and puts it home. This set has almost been exactly what happened to Raceland in its season opener when they beat Russell in the first set, and then it was kind of like, okay, now what are we supposed to do? Well, that's exactly what happened here after they beat Ashland in set 2. It was kind of like that wasn't supposed to happen. And then things have just kind of gone away from there. So Mertz on the attack on the far side, goes out of bounds. Point Raceland, 23-14. And Bentley Rogers. And that's an ace. So the last couple of serves for Bentley had gone out of bounds. And she comes back with a point and then an ace. Here come the Rams. Off the tape. Ashland saves it. Mackey goes up high and Carly sends it away. And it's set point for Ashland as they side out. So Greer-Lehman trying to close things out here in set 3 and put Ashland in front 2-1. There's Mackey on a touch across. Back to Mackey again and a big swing. Looking for a touch. We've got a touch, a signal on the back here. And now the officials are going to come together. Our chair official signaled Ashland, and then one of our flag officials back here on the back row signified a touch. That's done by holding up your flag and putting your hand on top of it. And the point goes to Raceland. So give Mackey the kill. And it's still set point for Ashland, 24-16. And that's a point for a delayed service. So Ashland is going to get the point. And that is set number 3. I've never seen that call in a game of volleyball since I've been doing volleyball. So that is the set. Set 3 goes to Ashland 25-16. And we go to set 4 when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
So I want to break down what happened in that last point right there. Again, I've been around volleyball for many years. I've never seen that called. I'm not saying it's wrong. It was the correct call. I'm just saying I've never seen it before. But what happened, our chair official gave the signal to serve. Raceland had a player that was confused whether they were supposed to be on the floor or not. Came on, went off, came on, went off. In the process, Raceland service on the back row was waiting to serve the ball to try to figure out whether the player was on. You only get 5 seconds to serve the ball when the official gives the whistle and the point to make the service. That did not happen. Raceland gets called for the infraction. It was set point. Ashland takes the set 25-16. So now they lead the match 2-1 as we go to set 4. And Ashland will start with the service, trying to close things out here and pick up win number 8 on the season in as many matches. Great battle with this one has been. Ashland really kind of flexed its muscle there in set number 3, after falling in set number 2. And that's what Raceland needs to do here. It's got to find a way to not let Ashland race out to a quick 4 or 5 point lead like what happened there in set 3 when they took a 5-0 lead. So our officials converging here at our line judge and our chair official. If it's your first time with us here on Kool TV, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. If you see something you like, hit that bell. We'll alert you each time that we put out new material. Again, our newest sponsor coming on board with us this season is Joker Lawn Care. They're proud sponsors of our broadcast table and broadcast booths. You can check them out at jokerlawncare.com as they can take care of all of your lawn care needs. Again, all of our great sponsors this season there across the bottom of your screen on the right. That's joined us here for coverage for high school athletics this season. And, of course, our title sponsors, Clark Pump and Shop, A&A Porta Potties, and River Cities Builders. Sadie Chafin's doing a little handstand, trying to kill the time. And now we're ready to go. So Brenna Wellman will go through and try to hype up her team. Rams win this one. We'll play to 15 in set 5. Ashland takes it. It's a 3-1 win and 8 on the season. Off we go. And it's going to go down for a point to start things off for the Volley Cats. Quick start for them as Grace Clark. There's Rigsby. Didn't get a lot on that one. Chafins punches it down. Back to Rigsby, down the pipe, blocked at the net. There's Rogers. Over to Hicks. Hicks down the line for the point. Jaden Hicks has really come on big. She got a lot of playing time up at Lewis County with the absence of Cammie Gillum and really gave Katie Neltner something to think about someone in the rotation. So now Cody Haddock starts things off for the Rams service. Here's Wiley on a push. Haddocks is there. Rigsby down the pipe, and it's too deep. That's not what you want to do when you've got your best server on the line, is let the other team side out. Now Haddocks is saying that there was a touch, and now he's going to bring both captains together, so Clark and Haddocks. Like I said, these are the two players to watch before the matchup I started tonight. So our chair official having a long conversation with the two of them. So now what is the decision? And the ball's going to stay with Ashland. Things heating up here at the Palace. Big block there on the swing from Rigsby. She'll play it out of the net. Haddix flips it across, and they'll get a lift on her. 3-1 now, Ashland. Rigsby with the point. Allison picks up her 18th kill of the night. And now Brenna Wellman. Clark up front, goes out the back door to Mertz on a touch. And a finely placed ball there by Sydney Mertz. Side out. And Ashland did a great job of not allowing Raceland to keep its two best servers on the line for very long. Mertz picks up her 9th kill of the match. Her and Wiley both with 9. Rogers tips it across. Clark on 2, and again that ninja kill for Grace Clark. It's almost that 6th sense, like she's got an eyeball in the back of her head and she knows when to take it, and she puts it home for the kill. Her 6th of the match. Take a look at this one on the Raceland Sporting Goods instant replay, as that one's home for an ace. Pittman with a dart. And Ashland's opened up a 5-point lead, now 7-2. And another ace. Timeout, Raceland. 8-2, Ashland leads it. 4th, 8th ace of the match. 2 of those coming in back-to-back balls right there. Jason Clark in the huddle there with his team, trying to coach them up to a victory here in set number 4. Ashland won set 125-19. Raceland came from down 5 in set 2, 125-21. Ashland pretty much in control much of the way in set 3. They won that one 25-16. And now have opened up an 8-2 lead. Ashland trying to keep its winning streak alive at 8 to start the year. Got a big district win over Boyd County on Tuesday night in straight sets. Lost only their 3rd set of the season here at set 2 to Raceland. Trying to close things out and a win in the match. Here's Bradshaw. Carley down the pipe and into the block attempt of Rigsby, and that's home for a point. Gabby Carley puts one home. 9-2, Ashland leads it. Large from the back row. Free ball coming up by Haddix. And she'll loft it across. Pittman. That one sent into the stands as she'll pick up the attack and the kill. See if we can get this one on replay real quickly. Wellman was there, but Rogers could not play it backwards so they could play it forward. And that's going to go home for an ace. And it's 11-2. Jason Clark screaming at his team, saying, let's go quick. (12-2) Ashland rolling now. Rogers floats it across. Mertz. Diving save by Haddix. Ashland keeps it alive. Here's Pittman. Back to Rigsby. Clark touches it across. Haddix goes back row. There's Wiley. Near side to Pittman. And a point. (13-2). Ashland rolling here in set number 4. And Katie Neltner will burn a timeout. And Jason Clark very animated here at the Palace. See Kai Robinson there. And she was with the team before a season-ending ACL injury. So now look inside of Raceland's huddle with Katie Neltner. She's going to use her full 60 seconds. Especially when you've got a team that's got the coach that is screaming, let's go, let's go, let's go. You're going to force them to use every second that they have. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She just keeps looking up at the clock. Like, okay, it's at 9. Now it's at 5. Now it's at 2. Okay, now we can go. So Ashland in command, 13-2 here in set number 4. Free ball by the Rams. Pittman with a big swing for the point. Haddix sticks her arm out and makes contact with it. 14-2. It was one of those that was so close down the line and may have gotten the line, may not have. It's just one of those reactions. So she'll check out. Kylie Brenniger will check in for her first action tonight as Haddix will take a seat. Brenniger with a free ball. Clark goes on 2. Raceland with a diving save. Bradshaw on the bump. Here's Carly. And finds a hole on that back line. And the run continues for Ashland. It's 15-2. Large off. Here comes Mackey back in. Rogers up front and sends that one across and out of bounds. 16-2. And this is almost like watching the season opener with Russell. This is exactly what happened with Raceland. After it took the first set, every set got further and further away with Russell winning each one of the final 3. And that's exactly what's happened here after Raceland took set 2. Trailed by 10 most of set 3. And now a commanding 15-point lead here in set number 4. And now we've got a question of whether Raceland is in its proper rotation. And that's what's the holdup. So our line judge is good to go with a thumbs up to our chair official. And back to work we go with Ashland's service and a 15-point lead. There's Bradshaw on the far side pin. Dugout on the back row. Clark up front, near side Pittman on a touch with the left hand. And then again, it goes home for a point. As Mina Pittman picks up another kill. Give her 13 in the match. And a deep service will finally side out. But not before Ashland opens up an 18-3 lead. Now they're going to get a couple other players on the court. Again, players I do not have numbers for. I don't know. Volleyball is the one game I've never understood why it is so hard to keep up with teams' rosters. It happens not just with Ashland. It's with so many teams across the region. A team will walk in and you'll say, is your roster correct? No, not even close. And it's like, well, why is it posted? So either way, off we go. Rams down big here. Pittman has had a big set for another big swing. Rigsby trying to save it, and that one's not going to go home. Pittman comes alive in this fourth and final set. She has been big on the near side pin. So Ava Daniel will check into the ball game. Bradshaw with a big swing and plays off the net for the point. (19-4). And Bentley Rogers with the service now for Raceland. Diving save there by Rogers. Joust at the net, and that's a point for the Rams. Here's Pittman with another big swing for a point. Pittman unofficially now with 15 kills. She has a third of the kills for Ashland tonight, who has 48 that I've recorded here on the stats. So Greer Lehman back to the service line, 5 points away from calling it a match. Mackey with a big swing through the block up front. Haddix with the set. Back to Mackey down the pipe on a touch. High arcing ball at the net. Rogers now back to Mackey. Big swing far side. And then Clark gets another kill as she just pokes it down the back line and finds a hole in the Rams defense. 21-5, Ashland leads it. Here's Haddix. Rogers tries to go on two. Deep ball that goes out of bounds. So point Raceland. And they'll side out and go to the service line with Annie Bradshaw. Jalen Hicks just gets enough on it to put it down for the point. Ashland bumps it across. Here's Mackey off the tape. Blocked at the net by Mackey. And Raceland picks up the point, 21-8. And Mackey puts it home for the point. And a big swing up front for Ashland. So side out Ashland, 3 points away from winning the match. And they'll send the libero of Carly Sperry back to try to close things out. Sadie Chafin's back in the ball game as well. Here's Chafin's. Blocked to the net, dug out up front. Rogers on a free ball. Here's Clark on a touch and puts it home for a point. Mackey with a cross-court attack all the way back up, and down for a point it goes. Ashland was never able to get a fingertip on it. She'll go to the service line, down by 13. Rams trying to claw back into this one. Now we get two players back in for Ashland. It's Caroline Lohman checking in for her first action, replacing Ava Daniel. Haddix lifts it across on a free ball. And Chafin's can't play it across as Ashland plays it up into the net. And Raceland grabs the point, 23-11. Deep service. And that one's out of bounds. 23-12. Another error by Ashland. 23-13. Rams not going quietly. There's Mackey on the dig on the back row. Back up to Rigsby. Rigsby down and puts it home for the point. Rams not going quietly. So they've cut it down to 9. Here's Chafin through the double block. Rogers is there. Back to Rigsby. On a touch across. Joust at the net. Hicks on a push. And that one goes home for the point. And it's match point for Ashland. 24-14, and Grace Clark will try to close things out. Here comes Wiley back in the ball game as well. So Ashland in front, 2-1, trying to close it out with Clark at the service line. Hicks bumps it across, Clark on 2, and that one's out of bounds. So side out Raceland, it will stay match point. 24-15, and now Cody Haddix. And that one's out of bounds. Here's Aniston Mertz coming on. She'll replace Greer Lehman. So what started off to be an 18-2 run is now down to 8, but it's still match point with the Rams serving. Haddix brings it up near side. Hicks bumps it across. Chafin's deep back row and just out. I would have liked to have seen an angle down that from here. That looked like it was good. So still set point, or match point, excuse me. That one's going to the rafters. Ashland trying to scramble. Two players crash into each other, and somehow they get it back across. Here's Rigsby up front with a touch near side with a finesse. Great hustle play with Ashland as they went scrambling past the baseline. One player got it up in the air. They crash into each other, and then they still played it across. Heck of an effort there to keep things alive. So 24-18 now. Good serve, Haddix. Clark out the backside. Wiley's attack dugout on the back row. Pushed by Hicks. Here's Clark up front. Back to Mertz on a touch. And that one goes home for the point, and that's your match. Ashland wins it 3-1 as they take set number 4. My final score of 25-18. Here's some numbers to finish up. Ashland with 53 kills tonight. Pittman with 15. Mertz has 10. Wiley with 9. Clark with 8. 5 aces, 1 service error for the Volley Cats in the winning effort. Raceland with 40 kills tonight. 20 of those from Allison Rigsby. Peyton Mackey has 8 of those. 6 aces, 6 service errors for the Rams. So with the win, Ashland moves to 8-0 on the season. Raceland falls to 5-4. Up next for the Volley Cats, they've got Pikeville and Cabell Midland over at Anderson Gymnasium on this Saturday. Raceland will be idle until next Tuesday when they head down to the greenhouse against Greenup County in a 63rd District showdown. Rams' next home game here on the 19th against Rose Hill, and then 4 of their last 5 games start with October 1st visit from Boyd County. We'll have all those games right here on Kool TV. A hat tip to my crew tonight, Felicia Collier and Charlie Morrison. Did a great job on the camera works as bringing you all the video that we saw here tonight, as well as all of our great sponsors. We greatly appreciate them. Everyone here at Raceland Worthington Schools as well. Ashland wins at 3-1. For Felicia Collier and Charlie Morrison, everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying good night, and thanks for tuning in here on Kool TV.
Thank you for watching Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky High School Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.